Today's scenario, we're actually going to be doing an axle lift on this carriage train. So we're going to have a look at the components, walk around. This is an area with hazards, so make sure everyone's got their appropriate gear on once you're inside this barrier. If you don't wish to participate in the practical, that's fine, but if you do, we encourage everyone to come in and have a bit of a go. Jason and I are going to walk you through, so if you're unsure of anything, we'll give you some assistance. This is a pretty good one to start with. It's pretty basic, with minimum equipment, and the axle lift is a pretty practical scenario, and probably one you consider for this type of release in the first instance. G'day guys, welcome.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, so everyone viewed that video. So just a couple of terminology points. We're talking about the 3 foot, which is inside the rails. In Tasmania it is actually 3'6", but we still refer to it as a 3 foot. And either side's our cess. So if Jason and I are given instructions to work in the cess or in the 3 foot, that's what we're doing. The other thing is, whenever you're working around an engine or a train or a carriage, you're either totally under it or you're totally outside of it. We don't put ourselves in a position where half of our body's under the train and half's out of it, even if it's just a step, even if it's just bumps in the front. Okay, so you're either fully under the train or not at all under it. They're the main safety issues.
Just on that, I'll just mention a couple of things about this particular bogey or train. Carriage, actually it's a carriage. Weighs about 19-20 tonne, this particular one. We've actually got two bogies. When we talk about bogies, they're the wheel section, so there's a bogie at the front, bogie at the back, and each bogie's got two axles, and we'll be lifting off the front axle of the front bogie. So each one weighs about 6 tonnes, so we'll be only lifting probably around 3 or 4 tonne for this particular axle. Just a few points on the bogie. With this one, underneath, I'm not sure if you bend down, you might be able to see it, but it's got a brake system at the front. If everyone can see, this is the front there, there's a set of brake pads. And if you can actually grab the brake, you can feel that they're really solid, they won't move. And that's an indication that they're actually applied and they're on. If they weren't on, you'd be able to just wobble them and they'll be loose and shake around. This one, the handbrake's applied in the cab, but the principle of it's fairly well much the same. It doesn't really matter what sort of carriage it is, the brake setup's pretty well simple. On this one, the handbrake is only on the front. There's no handbrake system on the back carriage, but another carriage that you might work on may have a handbrake on the back set and the front set, so there's not one rule suits everything, so it just depends on what you're dealing with. So all we need to really make sure is the handbrake is applied and we've got the chocks in, which Aaron's got there.
So that's a critical point when you're arriving at your incident. The handbrake is applied by the engineer or yourself, and that you've checked it to make sure it is applied, and then back it up with some wheel chocks off the appliance. These ones are actually Tas rails, but they're better because they've got handles on them, so we're using these today. We've already applied the handbrake and we've already chopped the noses. On the other side of the bogey where our patient is, we've got a trapped arm working on that side of the wheel, and we have two actually working under the wheel, taking the jack and the trimming and the brake block. Grab some more of that. Pop your head and have to get out. Some kind of automatic leader with these ones. When you finish the door up, sometimes they do get a little bit over full. If they're swapping, changing jacks, one might have been right down the front.
Guys, nice and easy strokes, both at the same time. Get lift. How's John's guys? Keep going. Keep going. All good, guys? All good? Yep.
Yep, all good.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so anyone near any cribbing before we put the weight back down, go on your diagonals like you do with any incident. So if anything's coming